What's up guys, it's Courtney, and as you can see, I've moved studios and that has taken me a little bit of time to get everything hung up and in the right place into a functional workspace for me. And over the past couple of weeks, I've also teamed up with 3 other producers as well as Reason Studios to check out their new BVX vocoder. In this video, you're going to see me break down the beat that I made using the sample that I was given. Reason Studios also has a video going over all of our process, as well as seeing how we were all assigned these particular samples. So without further ado, let's check out how I made this beat. I started this beat by laying down a chord progression that sounds like this. And after that, I laid down some drums. And now this is where the fun begins. We were given a sample to utilize with the BVX vocoder, and this is the sample that I had. Well, these are the sample chops that I made using the sample, and I'll let you hear those so you can see what I did with them using the vocoder.
Para servicio en español, marque 9.
Currently, we are experiencing extended wait times for emergency or hazardous situations that pose immediate danger to the public or property. Please hang up and dial 911.
You may be asked to provide personal information on this call.
After I chopped those samples, I played it on the MIDI controller, and this is what it sounded like after that.
Currently, we are experiencing extended wait times, immediate danger to the. Currently, we are experiencing extended wait times, immediate danger to the. Down.
So it doesn't sound as interesting in that state, but once I added the vocoder onto this, I had some fun with it. So let's bring up the vocoder and see what I did. So the way that I did this was I bounced out that MIDI file with the sample chops, and it created an audio file. And from there, I added a MIDI instrument track with the Reason plugin on it. And I started with the BVX. I have it sidechained to that audio file that has the bounced MIDI audio sample. And I used the Bright Bot Box patch on this. And I made some adjustments in here. After I added the BVX vocoder, I added some reverb and some modulation just to give it some type of movement. I also left the bounced audio where you could hear it so that you could hear sort of what they were saying, so it wasn't so synthesized. You can do that within this plugin, but I liked how it sounded on its own audio track. But let me go ahead and show you what it sounds like all together.
Currently, we are experiencing extended wait times, immediate danger to the. Down. 911.
So it adds a nice little synth vocoder effect underneath that audio, which I really liked. I'll play it without the audio so you can hear what it sounds like with just the vocoder. Now let's go ahead and listen to that entire section all together.
Currently, we are experiencing extended wait times, immediate down.
After that, I added a B section to this to add some variation. So I switched up the drums and I added another pad underneath the main chord progression, as well as adding a little koto at the end of the last 4 bars. From there, I added a little break section and I used part of the sample again. However, it's not vocoded. I just used some effects on it because I really like the sound of it and I thought it sounded good here. So let's listen.
Para servicio en español, marque 9.
And to finish this off, I changed up the B section once again and added some vocoded drums, which I'll bring up the reason rack so you can take a look at that. I started out with the Red Rum drum rack and I added the BVX multi-mode vocoder. And let me just let you hear what that sounds like solo. So I really like the synthesis that it added underneath those hi-hats, and it sounds really good all together in this section. And that is essentially the beat. Let's go ahead and play it all together now.
Currently we are experiencing extended wait time, immediate, down.
Para servicio en español, marque 9.
Currently we are experiencing extended wait time, immediate, down.
I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button as well as that little bell so you get a notification every single time I post. Now that everything is settled in the studio, I am going to be having some more tutorials and videos coming out really soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that. And if you want to listen to more of this beat, it will be on streaming platforms. But until then, if you want to listen to some more of my music, just search up Courtney Hawkins on all streaming platforms and you will find me. But I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.